Today we're gonna make 8 bagels. What you need is 250 grams of water, 150 grams of your starter. Now I fed this starter about 3 hours ago. It's ready to go and active. So it doubled in size, see? It's a lot. So you gotta feed your starter more than usual. Now for bagels, you gotta put in a little bit of sugar, 24 grams of sugar. We've got water, starter, and sugar. Then we're gonna just whisk this together. Then you add your bread flour, 500 grams of bread flour, and 10 grams of salt. Now bagels are very easy because there's no stretching and folding and all that jazz. You use the mixer and let the mixer do all the work. You get your dough hook. Obviously start it slow so the flour doesn't go flying everywhere. You're gonna let this knead for about 5 or 6 minutes. You'll see it come together in a ball. It's been about 5 minutes. See how it just comes right off? So you just take it off the dough hook like that. I just like to ball it up in a little ball. You don't have to, but just so it looks kind of nice. See what it looks like right now? We're gonna let it get a little puffy, not quite doubled in size, but maybe like 50% rise. You take some plastic wrap and cover it, room temperature. We'll let it rise for a few hours, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, just keep watching it. And then we're gonna put it in the fridge overnight. So it's really easy, besides the shaping and the boiling and the baking in the morning. We'll check it in a couple hours. Okay, bye. It's been about 3 or 4 hours, I don't even know. It's risen some. Now we're gonna just put it in the fridge overnight so we can make bagels in the morning. Go to sleep. Okay, here's our bagel dough. Just got it out of the fridge. Let's see. So, it's a little bit sticky. I added a little flour. Never hurt anybody. We gotta divide it into 8 balls. I like to kind of roll it into a log to divide it. Each ball is gonna be around 115 grams. So we're gonna weigh them out and cut a little off the bigger ones and put it on the smaller ones until it's about 115 grams. Here we go. Okay, they're all around 115, 116, 117, who's counting? Doesn't have to be exact, just, you know, you want them kind of uniform in size. Now we just form them into a ball. You take each side, fold it over, squeeze it together. Let's get a little more flour here. When it starts warming up, it starts getting sticky. Pinch it together, flip it over, and kind of just roll it between your hands. And now we're gonna let them rest. So you do that for each one. Okay, now we're gonna let these rest for 15 to 20 minutes and let the gluten relax. It's been 15 minutes. The gluten has relaxed. Get a little flour on my hands because now we're gonna shape them. What you do is you take one ball and you just pinch a hole in the middle, rip it, and then roll it between your fingers. See that? Done. And it kind of, the hole starts to close up a little, but it's okay. Sometimes the holes are big, sometimes they're small. And they don't have to look perfect because they're homemade. You don't want them to look like you got them out of the grocery store. We're gonna cover them with a damp cloth and let them rest for 15 more minutes. While your bagels are resting, they've been shaped, we gotta boil a pot of water. Oh. So turn it on to high. See how much water I have in there? We're making 8 bagels, you're gonna boil like 2 at a time. So let's preheat the oven because that takes a while. 425. Turn the light on so you know something's in there. Don't forget. Okay, they've been resting for 15 minutes. The water is boiling. Take that off, surprise. We gotta add about a tablespoon of honey to the water. Whisk the honey in. And now we gotta boil each bagel about 30 seconds on each side. So let's do it. Pick that bagel up. You can stretch the hole out a little bit if you want. Drop it in. We're gonna do 2 at a time because that's all this pan has room for. And if they stick on the bottom, you just nudge them a little and then they'll float to the top. Beep, beep, beep. Don't get on top of each other. It's been about 30 seconds. Flip her over, flip her over. 30 more seconds. Patience is a virtue when you're making sourdough. Scoop them out and put them back on the tray. I put the round side up. Drain a little water. Do more. You can do all kinds of toppings. I'm gonna do 4 plain, 2 cheddar, and 2 sesame. See the difference in the color the honey makes? Got some sesame seeds there in a bowl, and I grated some cheddar cheese. You can do cheddar and parm. Sometimes I do a mixture of that. You let them drain for a minute and get a little cooler. I'm gonna put these in, and while they're boiling, I'm gonna dip those other 2 in sesame. I like to do them all over. Get them coated nicely. Then you put it back on the tray. See where my fingers were? I like to sprinkle it on. You can buy everything seasoning. That's fun too. For the cheddar ones, you just blob some cheddar on there. There's no rhyme or reason, you just however much you want. Time to go in. Gonna put them in for about 20 minutes. 20-minute timer. We're almost there. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. They smell so good. Look at that. There you go. Bagel time. Edit, because I forgot my. And he's from New York, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, this has been used a lot. Orny, it's time for your bagel. Orny, it's time for your bagel.